talking to you on the ones and twos. DJ Niecy D spreading the news. Nubian queen worldwide play that. New music, she ain't scared to break that. DJ Niecy D. I like it when you play my song.
Hey, and welcome back to another episode of the Niecy D Show. And my guest this week is none other than D Spence, aka DAWGMAN, baby.
What's happening, man?
What's happening?
Hey, man, I'm still getting to it. How you been?
I know, that's right. I've been good.
Okay.
It's been a minute, huh?
Yeah, it's been a minute. We always stayed in touch, though. I be seeing you on the ground doing your thing, man. So, you know, it ain't like we ain't seen each other in a long time.
True.
That
Is so true.
We both been working, so what's good?
That's right. Hey, everything is good.
Yeah.
So, you know what? First of all, I really, really appreciate you taking the time out because I know how busy you are on that grind.
I'm busy.
One event after the other.
The car still running, but I got to do it for you, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So the last time we actually did an interview, we're going to spin it back a little bit because, you know, we got to put that history out there so people understand, right?
Let's do it.
I was the entertainment editor for the Central Florida Advocate.
Right.
And, you know, for those who know me, I'm always, you know, we need to do this, we need to do that. And I was like, we got to let the people know what you are doing, what you're building.
Right.
And, oh, my God, the empire that you've built since then. But let's just take it back. What has it been like from those humble beginnings? And you are still so humble. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, you know, I'm humble, man. I humbly accept Niecy D.
So, I mean, what was the driving force behind what you wanted to build? And you've built it, but what was the driving force back then?
It's kind of, I just always wanted, you know, put the city on the map, musically inclined, you know, entertainment-wise, and it's just something I want to do. I mean, I'm still working on it. I feel like we got to get somebody in the end zone.
Good Lord, if you still working on it, Orlando and abroad, and I mean abroad, y'all better watch out.
It's a great time to be in the city, baby.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So were there some people who were motivators for you, like who you emulated, who you looked up to?
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, from the city or,
from the city and just nationally, internationally?
Me, coming into the entertainment world, I seen people like, they don't really give him his credit. You know what I'm saying? I seen people like Clay D, Black Clay D.
Yes.
I liked the way he did his promotion. I watched the 8 Ball production.
Yes. Shout out to them 8 Ball.
Right.
Woo-hoo.
And I watched Pat Nix, and I put it in the gumbo and got dollar making expert. You know what I'm saying? Them the guys I seen, you know, do their thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you got the streets, you got somebody from the entertainment world, you got somebody from the clean side, and I just felt like they was doing a great job, and they don't really get the, you know, the shine on them.
So I don't know if people are awake yet. I don't know if they really caught that. Dollar making experts. That's what that DME stands for, baby. How'd you come up with that? Because you were definitely doing that.
it was just something I say, man, you know, I mean, I feel like once I learned how to turn a penny into 20, that's all she wrote.
You learned that early.
I learned that early.
Yeah, seriously. So now, who? I mean, I know you just named some people, but I mean, still though, because flipping that money and knowing how to manage money is not a conversation in the average Black household.
Right.
So really, I mean, what even gave you the vision? What even made you think like that? Now, I know you were holding down a 9-to-5 at one point, right?
No, I never worked.
Never.
No, I never worked.
So you just really from the mud to the mountain,
I'm from the mud. You know, I'm like you know, they don't probably know, but you know, she a DJ, the number one female DJ. So I wanted to be a DJ. But look, it ain't pay good.
You ain't never lied
I'm just
about
saying,
that.
though, I couldn't. I was like, man, I want to play with it, but so
that ain't where the money is.
Yeah, that where the money is.
I mean, it really isn't. I mean, you know, it's got some prestige, it's got a little clout or whatever, but that ain't where the money is.
That ain't where the money is.
At all.
So I just felt like,
hope y'all paying attention to that.
Yeah, I mean, it just better be a hobby.
Right.
So I just feel like, I mean, I watched a lot of guys from the streets, you know what I'm saying? A lot of guys and I just seen that work ethic. You gotta have that work ethic.
Right.
You know?
No matter what it is.
You don't care what it is.
You gotta put in them hours, those
you
long hours, that sweat
hours
equity.
You know, you get out what you put in.
Right,
you know?
right. So what was the first venture that was the bug that bit you? When you did it and it was, you know, some level of success and you were like, oh yeah, this is it.
Well, interesting. Well, I did one, which was my cousin C-Note at 14. It was DJ Jimmy. You remember him? So it was like,
Was that at the skating rink?
Yes, you got a good memory, dog. My dog.
Come on now.
So look,
I
you know,
ain't
see,
new to this.
come
I'm
on,
true to
somebody. You
this.
see, we ain't play. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was I didn't win, but I seen that. Like, hold up, it can make sense if we do this.
Yeah.
If we do that. We just ain't put that much in it. We should have did this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I was following their lead. I was the running back. I was following their lead. So, but when I said, back then we was called Hard Knock Production, which is the name I came up with. But when I said, when I'm finna be DAWGMAN, I'm going to do it this way.
So, you know, that's interesting. Hard Knock Production, right? And he's taking them hard hits.
Right.
Right? So sometimes you really have to name and affirm your future and your success.
Yeah, you do.
Right?
You do.
Because when you change the name, right,
from
and that dogmatic mentality, and you went forward, everything changed.
I never looked at it that way, but that sound about right.
Right?
That sound about right.
And then it went from, because you still DAWGMAN. You are DAWGMAN.
Right.
You are the gasoline in the engine.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And now you dollar making experts.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wee.
You got to shoot for the moon.
So do you sit back and say, all right, I want to do blah, 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 no matter what that looks like, and then you put in the work to make it happen?
Right.
Or do some of the things kind of happen as you're working on something else?
Yeah, a couple of my projects then came out like that, but I do sit back. I go to the gym and I come on and say, man, you know what? I'm finna do this. Like, we're working on a project. If I tell somebody, they'll feel like, I don't know, y'all gonna be able to pull that off?
Right.
But I think we're gonna pull it off by 2022. Pandemic slowed us down, but I think we're gonna do it for the city. You know, and then working on it, like you said, you might be like, ooh, like I done pulled 3 projects out of one. Right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, damn, I say, man, we can do this, man. We just gotta fly to Atlanta, holler at them, and it been working like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So how do you pick your partners? How do you pick who you decide to do business with? Because that is key. That's
key.
Huge.
I go up. I don't look for them. I kind of like, it's a vibe. So if it's something, like when I did the movie, Ryan came in, we stepped to him for a video shoot. And he was like kind of brushing up. I was like, man, I'm really doing movies. I'm gonna let you holler at Steven. Nah, man, we want you. That's like, and I picked him. Like, man, we finna get Jit. Told us his price, boom. You know what I'm saying?
Go. 26 minutes in, and he said it. I was waiting on Jit. I was waiting on it. All right, so wait, I want to back up for a minute.
Okay.
So tell us what movie project that was, so that they know what you're talking about.
The movie,
and then we're going to go back to Jit.
The movie project was Riding Big, the movie, based on one of the biggest car shows in the Southeast, and we just mimic it. It's like grudge racing and, a couple of street guns fight, and it's based out of Orlando. And we're working on the sequel right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it didn't really get out there like we wanted to, but I just wanted to say we did a movie.
Right.
And I ain't really crossed a lot of bridges that I supposed to pray, but now I kind of got the connects and the know-how.
Right,
we had the
right.
money, but I ain't really know the know-how like everything else, so I'm kind of getting all that together.
So some stuff is trial and error.
Right. And I feel like that was my trial and error.
Okay.
But it was a great movie.
So when you're working on projects and you know that there's going to be some challenges, some risk taking, do you look at your budget and go, okay, well, we can afford to take a hit with this percentage amount, or do you prefer or try your best not to take a hit where it affects your finances? Because obviously you're talking about putting money out to do things, right?
Of course, I try to dodge that bullet, but you just got to put on invest. Like privilege, I started off at one budget. Because sometimes, when you get into a project, you can really overspend. You can get lost in it.
Yeah.
But I actually wrote out a budget for it, but we ran into a bunch of hurdles.
Okay.
A bunch of hurdles. We're dealing with them now. We just got them out the way. But it just kept. But I feel like once you're in the middle of the lake, man, ain't no turning around.
Right.
I mean,
just keep swimming. Just get on
just
to the other
swimming,
side.
man. Okay, we got to do that. Just tell me everything I need to do and whatever. Like I feel like that's kind of like what you're saying, the trial and error. Because we supposed to have been doing Lauderdale next, and they slowed us up. So now I'm like, now we know.
Right.
Now we know everything they finna shoot at us. And, I'm kind of like,
So it makes you come even more prepared.
Right, we prepared. Lauderdale, we're going to be right.
Right.
They ain't even try us no more.
So when you saw this vision of doing the car shows, of course, everything starts at a humble size. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But my God, when you do these, okay, wait. First of all, real quick, let's just drop in the date. It's the
November 21st.
November 21st.
Classic weekend.
Classic weekend. When we already have people from all over the place coming in, right?
Right.
But oh my goodness, you can't come down.
Colonial.
You can't come down.
That belongs to
John
DME
Young.
Boulevard that weekend. That's DME Boulevard. Yeah.
No, everything is DME.
Yeah.
It's DME Highway.
Yeah.
It's not I-4 anymore. It's D4.
D4, you gotta believe it, baby.
And DME Boulevard.
DME
right?
Boulevard.
DME Parkway.
DME
because
Parkway.
you can't get anywhere.
Right.
So now, but there's never, to my recollection, a whole lot of nonsense out on the street. Like people, if anything, will just start partying in the street.
That's all they do.
But there's no issues. So that has got to be a great look for you when you're talking about sitting with the city or the county
Right.
And getting security and things like that. What do those conversations sound like?
Well, at first, I was on an uphill battle with them, but thanks to Regina Hill, she from that side, or that's her district.
Yes.
And she represented her people. She came in there and told them, look, these guys just want to show their cars. These girls just want to be out. These people want to have fun, eat food. There's nothing going on. We've been doing it 22 years, going on 22 years.
22 years.
That's older than some of the officers that were trying to stop it. Now they done backed up off us and let us have fun.
Is there a space big enough for you, though?
Well,
I think you've outgrown.
We did
the
outgrown it,
fairgrounds.
but we just, I rather, what I did now, I go up on the ticket price and, I take the 10, 12.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, all day long and just go up on the ticket price. Trying to move it. They was telling me, you can get the Citrus Bowl afterwards, but they won't let us go inside. We can get what they do. But it's
just not the same vibe. It's
because
not the same
all
feel.
the vendors already set up over there. They ain't going to move.
Right.
And I just say, man, if it ain't broke.
Don't fix it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So and that helps with your consistency. That helps with people knowing, okay, we're going to go down to Florida because this event goes on, and we want to make sure we go. You're literally one of the events that people want to go to when
it's
they
the
come
game and the car show.
Exactly.
Right. We actually supposed to been sanctioned with the Blue Cross.
Blue Cross.
Yeah. They sent me a thing. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't understand it at first.
Okay.
I was like, what? They trying to tell me. I should have jumped on it back then when we was on John Young. When they started seeing something that I didn't see.
Right.
It was at 3,000-4,000. They like, we were like 6 years in. They was like, we want you to sanction it. And I'm like, why do I got to pay?
Yeah.
But I didn't understand.
You didn't understand.
I knew what I knew now.
So that's 3,000 or 4,000 then. So your attendance numbers look like what now?
We had 12,000 right now.
12,000.
Yeah. And if we had a bigger spot, I know would because they can't stop that pain.
No, they can't.
You know what our people want? They want to hang out.
Yeah.
And this after the pandemic,
music.
this after the pandemic, they want to hang out.
Yeah.
They was hanging out during the pandemic.
Right.
Boy, I play with it. So.
And then some of the guests that you've had that have performed at this event. So 22 years of an entertainment lineup has looked like
Future, Trina, Race Murder. And we done had everybody on a trick.
Yeah.
Yin Yang Twins, from old to new,
Yes. And in addition to the car show, you also do events at one of your venues, correct?
Correct.
Okay, do you want to shout out
that whole weekend? What we do is, people don't really know it, but Dream Orlando is just as popular as the car show. We do like 2,000 Friday, 2,000.
Yes, it is.
Right.
I keep saying I'm gonna come through.
It's a pop-up
I know,
strip club.
it really is.
Come on through. You're supposed to come on through.
I know. I really should, because let me tell you, that is amazing.
Yeah. We do like 300, maybe 300 girls. We call them entertainers now.
Ooh, that's what they are.
They want to be entertainers, and
that's right.
And then I get the best of the best. I get like DJ Eric, DJ Tho from Texas,
yes,
DJ X Rated from Atlanta,
yes.
And I get all my dogs from Orlando, somebody from Miami, Disco Rick, Disco Rick. Boom, we put them all under one roof.
Under one roof,
and we get all the
it's
counties
all day, all night.
Fun. No,
right?
it's from like 1 to 6 in the morning. And then I pull this special permit.
That's the after party.
So being in the little politics, they making me pay for their orange juice and Danish. They taught me how I could pull this special permit.
Right.
And I could become like a Vegas club for one night. One weekend on it, and you have to go through the trials and, boom, boom.
And it's worth it.
It's super worth it.
Definitely.
Because I used to be the bad boy and we used to thug it.
Right.
But now we won't have to hide. We could bring the sparkles out at 3 in the morning.
Right.
And that would make it an experience because they'd be like, I feel like I'm in Miami. Because they don't get dressed at 1:30.
Right.
So I'm saying? That's why I do that.
That's it. So now what made you think of that? Because we know that's part of the culture anyway.
Right. What made me think of that, it was in 2012, way before the Dome. You know what I'm saying? What we did was we couldn't find, it was Cleo's, and I wanted Cleo's, but it was All-Star Weekend. You remember that?
Yep.
So I'm like, I had Gucci Man, Trina, Yo Gotti, Drummer Boy, God Bless the Dead, DJ Nano, and all them. Yeah. So, Disco JR, God Bless. Yeah, so we had all them on there, and what happened was, I did it, that classic weekend, they shut me down. They put me up on some games. And Mrs. Principal, why don't you just do it right? I'm like, what you mean? Like,
because in your mind, you thought you was doing it as right as you could.
Well, I knew that you can't say alcohol after 2.
Okay.
Well,
so you knew you was kind of cutting some corners.
Right.
Okay. All
right. I just feel like step on the football field, you get hit. So I'm tiptoeing on this white line, and you don't care me. They had let me start getting comfortable with it. Yeah. But then they came woo woo, blase blase, and they told us.
But then they spit some game. They let you know.
$1 million. I swear to God. I need to shoot Jit up there if I see him again. Because he put me on and said, why don't you do it this way?
Right.
And I never knew we could do it that way.
Right.
And here we go, boom.
Right. And really, that's the difference between successful situations and those where they keep getting shut down. It's always a promise. And it's not that the man is coming down. Sometimes it's just not being done right.
It's not done. You got to do it right.
Got to do it right.
And it's a process. It's aggravating, but it's a big reward. Then you have to pay your taxes on it. They just want their money.
And see, this is what I've always appreciated about you. We're going to take a break soon, and then we're going to come back, right? But what I've always appreciated about you is you take your hits, you take your licks, you regroup, you reset, you learn something in the process.
That's right.
And then you apply what you learn. And it keeps you moving forward.
That's right.
I don't think people understand that process. That's a process of success. Right. Right? Because it's not like you just knew this.
I didn't know it.
Some of this is like you said, you had the experience, something would happen, but God puts angels.
That's right.
Right? And then they put you onto some knowledge, right? Hold that thought. We're gonna come right back. All right, so let's talk about it's a bomb squad. Right? Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
My bad, because that's what my age comes out. I started thinking about Chuck D and all that, and
the Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
Yes, sir.
On 104 The Beat.
Yeah, 104.5 The Beat.
104.5 The Beat. So tell me about this. Is another iron in the fire.
Right. That's what I'm trying to tell them, Niecy D. You know what I'm saying? It's every Saturday, man, 10 o'clock to midnight. We get in, we clown. You don't need no auxiliary cord, none of that.
Nothing.
We get to them. 2 hours of pressure.
What?
2 hours of pressure. You know how we build on it.
So you're breaking music, you talking to artists, a little everything, just saucing it up.
We break music. We talking to artists, interviews. We got a couple of programs on there, segments on there. We got the Run It Back and Run It Over. We got the Round the World in 30. We got the Flaw and Order. And we got the Crash Dummy for the Moment.
The Crash Dummy for the Moment. You got to elaborate on that one.
You already know I ain't gonna lie, a bunch of these dummies. They sure be getting it, bro. Like they be doing some dumb stuff these days, bro. It's just that I don't get it,
Right.
I really don't get it.
So is that kind of like Charlamagne's Donkey for the Day?
Yeah, it's kind of like a spinoff. That's where we get it from. We gonna give him his flowers when we do it our way. Edgy. Be real edgy,
All right.
D Cash around here be, robbing the bank and leaving their ID and stuff. He got it.
Well, I'll have to pull up on you guys, come spend some time with you all as well.
You got to come over there. We're going to come over there and spit in the mic with us, and you're going to see it.
All right. Yeah, no doubt.
Matter of fact, we're going to let you pick one that week.
Oh, gosh. All right. I'm with it.
Yeah, we got Flow in order. That's somebody that do some flow. Like the Olympics, they would flow for not letting Jit run.
Right.
So they got it last week or whatever. Because of a little weed or whatever,
Right. Which is legal in the state she was smoking it. Yeah. Right. And it's not a performance enhancing drug. I ain't never seen nobody smoke weed and want to run a race.
Right. Shit, y'all tripping, man. They tripping.
All right, so I gotta ask, Jit. That is like your signature word.
You better believe it. Man, I've been saying Jits for when I was a Jit. It comes from the culture, Niecy D. Everybody, right now, they say it so loosely they don't understand it because it's a fad. The youth just say it because it's a fad, but I call everybody a Jit. You could be older than me and I call you a Jit. I've been calling you a Jit ever since you was a little old bitty baby, man. Ever since you, it's a bitch.
righty. All right. Shout out 24K69 boys. All right.
Yeah.
So, all right. So now, some people do not know that there's something that we have. We have quite a few in common, things in common. But right here, does this look familiar? I'm taking you all the way back. All the way back.
It's two things you could have did on that dress. That's the Grammys, which I didn't attend. or that's the mix to mix video shoot, which I've been trying to find, and I know you got it.
Yeah.
He don't even got it.
So I have the video. You
got the video too?
Can't trust a big butt and a smile.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I have the photo of mix. It was your vehicle.
Right. That was my vert. That's why I want it. That's history.
That's right. I know it.
We're sitting on them gold things back then.
Yep.
I was just trying to show them how history repeats itself, you know.
It really does.
Same candy, raspberry candy paint.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Ball grease got that color right now.
Right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, again, the arrow. So you have the arrow, you have the head of the arrow, right? And then you have the stick.
Right.
We're arrow heads.
Right.
We're arrow heads.
That's true.
And we bust through first.
Right.
And then everybody else just come through the hole.
Ah, I like that. That's a nice way to say it.
So I know they say give people their flowers, and that's what I've always tried to do, you know, and acknowledge your work, your hard work.
Appreciate it.
And God knows you have built an empire.
Appreciate it.
And from what it sounds like, you ain't even scratched the surface.
Man, just getting started, man, you know. I feel like for real, I'm just getting started.
So you want to drop, you know, I don't know, a little jewel on us, something that nobody knows that you don't mind sharing. So when, you know, the show hits the universe, they can be like, what? I didn't know that.
I mean, I don't, I tell them ain't Chinese secret. I don't even like talking about it. You know me, I like to, you know, and what
Keep
you know is what you can
hip.
prove.
Right.
You know, so I keep close to the hip, and if I can help somebody with something, you know, they already know how to get at me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't even like to brag too much. They think you be bragging or whatever.
You really don't. You don't brag.
Yeah, I just be chilling,
You
man.
don't brag.
You know?
I've never known you to be one to brag.
Yeah, I don't brag.
But I also believe that because of the humble demeanor, your humble persona, you just do what you got to do. You ain't showy with it.
Right.
You ain't trying to let everybody know it's yours.
Right.
You know, everybody know because there's only one dog man.
There's only one dog man.
There's only one dog.
I'm gonna tell you like a nigga told me. Look, it's best to look hurt and be healthy in the motherfucker.
Right.
And be healthy and be hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know, so you get up slow, but you really ain't. You know, that's how I always went through life. They can't really tell where I'm at. I put myself, and I learned that from what's his name? Russell Simmons.
Oh, Russell.
Remember he stayed at it. You couldn't tell where he wasn't showing all that.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? You could never tell.
That's right.
You could never tell about shit.
Well, you can never tell tonight. And I pray it stays that way so that you can continue to receive your blessings and retain your blessings.
You better believe it.
Okay? Because when you get to showy, that's when people want to target you. So,
you know,
I
hate on you.
Look, I always got to go where I'm most comfortable, and that's in that place of the spirit. So I just
they want to say you've been eating too long.
You know what I'm saying?
How you gonna tell me I've been eating too long?
How you gonna stop me from eating?
You don't know if I've been taking a lick from here to there, and I just started winning.
Right.
They don't know, but that's our community. They be crazy about that.
Well, we gonna pray protection over all that you're doing, and all those who are of like mind and in harmony with you to get you to do what you do. And So on that note, I appreciate you coming through.
Anytime.
You know, congratulations in advance and all the other things you're gonna do.
Hey man, I appreciate it. You know, I'm just a phone call away. We'll be looking to have you next Tuesday on the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm coming to the Suicide Squad.
That way you can meet the team, you know, because ain't no I in team. I got a whole team. Shout out to my team, DME team.
Yes.
I got DME everything. You know, we DME everything.
Salute for real, seriously. You got the DME
dolls,
DME
the girls
with the bottom
DME
girls.
Trophy girls,
Exactly.
DME security,
and everybody is just on point. I love it. The whole image is just not half. It's thorough, you know. So keep doing what you do
for sure.
And I'm coming through.
Come on through.
All right.
And I appreciate you, man. Y'all keep it locked.
Let them know with your social media how to get
if you need to holler at me, man, you can just call me at 477-046-610 on Instagram at DME Live Events. Leave that.
that way. All right.
For sure.
That concludes another episode of the Niecy D Show. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't seen some of the other apps, go on and click subscribe, set your notifications, and go right out on the playlist of the Niecy D Show.
And Niecy D, make sure you show them that vert in that dress so they understand why we pull that motherfucker out. Feel me?
Okay, yeah, we gonna do that. We gonna do that. And I can still fit it too.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right, peace and love. Mwah.
Talking to you on the ones and twos. DJ Niecy D spreading the news. Nubian queen, worldwide play that.